Good morning. Thank you. Hey, how are you? All right, rise and join me in this morning's opening hymn, Amazing Grace. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch so like me. I once was lost, but now am found. Was blind, but now I see. 'Twas grace that taught my heart to sing, and grace my fears relieved. How precious did that grace appear the hour I first believed. Through many dangers, toils, and snares, I have already come. 'Tis grace that brought me safe thus far to freedom that will last.
Good morning and welcome on this gorgeous, gorgeous November morning to Unity of Syracuse. We are so glad that you're here. I'm Patsy Scala, and I'm going to be your platform assistant for today. And I want to say hi to all those people watching us through live streaming, or as we like to call it, love streaming. So we're going to open with today's daily word, which most appropriately is grace. With joy and gratitude, I embrace all of God's good. The Gospel of Luke tells the story of a father who willingly divides his property between his two sons. After wasting his inheritance and then experiencing extreme poverty, the younger son returns to his father's home, humbled. When the young man declares his unworthiness to be called son, his father responds by giving him gifts and celebrating his homecoming. Surely this young man experienced grace. Like the prodigal son, I may feel unworthy. Feelings of unforgiveness, such as the older brother felt, may also block the flow of good in my life. As I recognize and release these thoughts and feelings, I open my entire being to God's grace. With joy and gratitude, I embrace all of God's good. And for scripture, we have Luke chapter 15, verse 31. Then the father said to him, "Son, you are always with me, and all that is mine is yours." Now, this is the portion when our young people would be leaving the sanctuary, but this is the first Sunday of the month, and on the first Sunday of the month, it is always, always Family Sunday. So we bless the children that are here, and we are so glad to have you with us on this glorious morning. So, as you're able, please stand and join me in our statement of being, which is on the screen. God is all, both visible and invisible. One presence, one mind, one power is all. This one that is all is perfect life, perfect love, and perfect substance. I am an individualized expression of God. I am ever one with this perfect life, perfect love, and perfect substance. And now let's greet each other with a handshake, a hug, a nod, a namaste. And all of you out in love streaming land, greet the people you're with.
All right, let's settle down, folks. Have a seat. We're going to go inside. All right. You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. Do that with me. You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. That's all it is. You can remember that every day, all the time. You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. Once again. You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. Now you're the face of love. You are the face of love. I hold you in my heart. You are my family. You are my family. You are the face of God. Let's do that again. You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are my family. You are the face of love. You are the face of love. I hold you in my heart. You are my family. You are the face of love. One more time with that. You are the face of love. I hold you in my heart. You are my family. You are the face of God. You are the face of God. You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. Close your eyes and put your hand over your heart and sing that to yourself. And I dare you to go home and sing that to yourself in the mirror. That's really hard. You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. You are the face of God. You are the face of God.
How wonderful it is to stand up here and look into all the faces of God. What a blessing it is. Thank you so much, Mark. So, all of our announcements are in the bulletin, but I'm going to highlight a few for you. First and foremost, today, a community outreach team meeting at 12:45. The community outreach team under Stacy Wright, Stacy, can you raise your hand or stand? Does wonderful work for the community. So we bless this team and we bless their work in our community, our home. And then second, if you've been following us for the last 6 or 7 months, this Saturday, what's this Saturday? The auction. This is our biggest fundraiser. Reverend Edith declared that we're going to raise $20,000. I don't know if we are or not, but we invite you to take part in this auction. And any volunteer who would like to come and do a walkthrough with questions and answers about exactly how the auction is going to work can meet at 6:15 this Wednesday here in the sanctuary and see exactly how the flow of the auction will be. If you can't attend but you have questions, see Nancy after church. If Nancy is not here, I don't see her in the sanctuary right now. I did see Joanne Nitzwicki. You can also see Joanne, or you can see JL. Can you wait? Okay, thank you. Thank you. Okay, next Sunday. Yes.
So on the 10th also at 1 o'clock will be a concert with Marie Technique and Dash Cleopatra and our very own Judy Banky. So please come and enjoy that. It'll be about an hour and a half of wonderful music and fun. And it's Marie that is, she's a spoken word artist. So that'll be really great to enjoy and experience. So please come.
The music concert is a new addition to the auction. It's designed to draw in people who are interested in music and acquaint them with the audience, with the auction, and to draw in people who are interested in the auction and acquaint them with our sanctuary so that we grow not only financially, but also in terms of volunteers and people who call this home the home of their heart. So the two are tied together, and the music is going to be phenomenal. So anyway, now, next Sunday is Veterans Day and the prayer chaplain meeting from 1 to 3. We polled the prayer chaplains to see which Sunday they would prefer the meeting on. More can be meet on the 11th, so we're meeting on the 11th. From the outreach team, an announcement. As you're out grocery shopping, pick up a few extra items where we would like to feed at least 3 families from our community or from our wider community a Thanksgiving dinner. So pick up, please, extra packages of non-perishable items that we might give to these families, because we do have homeless families in the community. We have families that just simply need a boost, need a Thanksgiving dinner, need a little bit of help, and we want to help. We're here to serve. So, final announcement. Beginning November 14th, from 7 to 9 p.m. and Thursdays, that's a Wednesday, and Thursdays from 11:30 to 1:30 p.m., Reverend Edith is teaching a new book The Trip to Bethlehem. And it is a New Thought spiritual journey about reaching the Christ within you. It looks simple. In fact, it also looks shrink-wrapped. You have to open it, but that's beside the point. It looks simple. It is not simple. Sometimes the deepest things are the most powerful. So think about whether you could do Wednesday night class or a Thursday class. Okay? Now, we are in a new month, and we have Tavion from the Youth and Family Ministry that's going to tell us what the month is, what the power is, what the color is, what the disciple is. So Tavion, come on up. You all know Tavion, right? Here, you can stand right here.
Power of the month, elimination, disciple, Thaddeus, the color, russet, location, abdominal region.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Tavion. Elimination, release, that's what this month is all about. So I invite you to picture the release of the leaves from the trees falling, creating a kind of beauty that's barren. And I just want to mention that in terms of release, when the trees release their leaves, it's the first time you can really see where the birds' nests were. And when we release everything that's extraneous to our inner truth, we can see the depth of that inner truth. So, that's my sermon for today. At this point, I'd like to warmly welcome our guests. Is there anyone visiting here for the second or third time or who hasn't been here for a while? Okay. We welcome you back. We are so glad you've decided to continue your unity with our family, this family, your family. There's a gift downstairs for you in the bookstore. Now, how about anyone visiting us for the first time? Okay, please keep your hands up because our ushers have a present for you. And E.J. Hawley, our head usher, is going to bring you a gift. The gift, the candle, represents the light of spirit shining within you. Attached to your welcome package, there's a yellow slip. Fill it out so we get to know you, and you can get to know us, and you can truly become what you already are, a part of our vast family of oneness. Now, we invite all of you to stay after the service. Some people have prepared some yummy food, so we invite you to stay and enjoy. And now we're going to look at our 5 basic principles, if you put them up on the screen. These are the 5 basic principles that Unity Worldwide lives by. So I invite maybe 2 of you to share for a minute quickly how one or more of these principles have influenced your life. Who'd like to share? Okay, Marguerite. Well, no, wait for the microphone.
I drove over 900 miles the past 2 days from my home near Augusta, Georgia. And June, I celebrated 25 years in Unity. And I swear to God, I would not have got through this year without Unity and my friends and Course in Miracles. The third basic principle, we create our life experiences through our way of thinking. My last paycheck was me. I'm a nurse practitioner. I make good money, but I also have a big mortgage. And I had to have faith in the process that a job would come and that I would find the money. So after I spent all my savings, I had to really do some self-forgiveness work when I had to take money out of the IRA. I felt like that was a huge financial sin. But that was stuff from my childhood, from people telling me, you don't know how to manage money, blah, 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 blah. And I had to let that go and say, God is trying to help me here. And I have to let it in. And the wonderful thing is, I start tomorrow at Oswego Hospital as a hospitalist. I will be making, I hope you're sitting down, $6,000 more per month than my bills. And I will be able to pay back the money I had to borrow from myself. Yay, God. We really have to change what Michael Rice calls this our BS, our belief system. Amen.
And EJ, we had one more. Can you raise your hand again? Yes. Nicole.
Touch on number 3, which is actually kind of correlated to what she was just talking about. I had a very similar thing happen with a job loss in 2014, and it's been a very rough couple of years recovering from poverty and just feeling emotionally degraded, like not having that status of being a professor, trying to figure out who I am in relationship to various jobs, part-time, temporary jobs, how to figure out, like, who am I? How do I have that identity of well-being? But to use positive thinking to manage myself and now to have a full-time job with benefits and to know that it was time to get a second job. So between last Monday and this coming Monday, I have scheduled not 1 but 4 job interviews for a second job for the season. So I am stepping up my A game because of positive, affirmative thinking and tapping into my God spirit, knowing that with the right attitude, I can do what needs to be done to make sure my bills are paid in my household. Thank you.
Friends, these principles work. They work if you work them. So I invite you to relax a bit because now is the prayer portion of the service. Will the prayer chaplains who are serving today please stand? Well, we have Ken in the back. Do we have anyone else serving downstairs? Okay, Christina and Ken. Every Sunday we have a silent time of meditation from 10:30 to 10:45. From 10:45 to 10:55, prayer chaplains are available to pray with you, and again after the service. At this time, we bless all prayer requests and intentions. Please bring the prayer box forward, which Ken and Dharma have already done. Unity was founded on prayer. As at Silent Unity, prayer has been continuous for over 125 years. If you haven't put your written prayer request in the box, put it there as just a mental image. And we hold these in confidence. Don't look at them. You don't need to know what it is. Prayer is answered the moment it's said or thought. But we hold them for 30 days, then we send them on to Silent Unity, where they're held for another 30 days. So 60 days of prayer. So now, who's going to pray, you or Dharma?
Infinite Spirit of love and grace, we open our hearts and we relax and we let go of everything that is extra. We let go of everything that is unnecessary in our lives so that we may grow, so that our prayers may be answered. We allow the blessings to flow into our lives now. We open ourselves and we receive, and we know that these prayers are already answered. Amen.
God is blessing you now. God is blessing you now. God is blessing you. You are wonderful. God is blessing you now.
Morning, everybody. So now it's time for the meditative part of our service. So I just want you to relax, take a nice deep breath, and just let out anything. Let out anything that is not serving you right now in this moment. And just take a nice deep breath in, and an audible sigh, just let it go. So I welcome you into this time of sacred being by inviting you to get comfortable in your seat. Once you are settled down, allow yourself to close your outer eyes and open your inner eye. Take a deep breath and release. Take in another deep breath and release your stress. There's no other time but here right now. Right now in this sacred moment, you are safe. You are loved and you are love. And with this love, imagine a light. This light is you. You are love. You are light. And feel this light touching the top of your head, and picture the light of love flowing down your head, down to your shoulders, down to your chest, down to your belly, and onto your legs. And feel it flow all the way down to your ankles and the tips of your toes. Light and love engulf you, everything around you, and you become surrounded by this emotion of safety. You are safe right here in this moment. Think of someone close to your heart and allow that love's presence to radiate from you. And as you wash this person with your love and bathe them in your love, you see them smile. And you smile back, feeling this love connection. Every inch of love matters. Love's presence here right now. And in the silence, we go deeper. In the silence, we go deeper. Every little inch of love matters. Every inch of love matters. And so as you gently come back into this space, you wiggle your toes, your fingers, feel your body's love radiating out from you. And when you're ready, you can gently open your eyes and smile. Hey, everybody. So now I wanted to invite the children up. During YFM, we do these things called joy songs, and when we're at rally and retreat, we do the joy songs. And the children are going to lead us in these joy songs, so why don't you come up? Okay. got my pros. Okay, so you guys ready? This is a call and repeat song. So say what I say and do what I do. This is Pepe. This is the house of Pepe. This is But this is Pepe. This is the door of the house of Pepe. But this is Pepe. These are the keys to the door of the house of Pepe. But this is Pepe. This is the mouse. This is the mouse that ate the key to the door of the house of Pepe. But this is Pepe. This is the cat. This is the cat that chased the mouse that ate the key to the door of the house of Pepe. But this is Pepe. This is the dog. This is the dog that chased the cat, that chased the mouse, who ate the key to the house of the door of Pepe. Sorry, I messed up. Chased the mouse, who ate the key to the house of the door of Pepe. This is Pepe. This is the man. This is the man who chased the dog, who chased the cat, who chased the mouse, who ate the key to the door of the house of Pepe. But this is Pepe. This is the woman. This is the woman that scolded the man who chased the dog, who chased the cat, who chased the mouse, who ate the key to the door of the house of Pepe. But this is Pepe. Thank you, guys. Have a seat. Have a seat. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Actually, being at family service, I have a story. I'm filling in for Reverend Edith today. And hey, Rev, hope you're having a great time in Toronto with everybody, representing Unity of Syracuse. So I invite the children, big and small, young at heart, anybody who wants to come and sit around while I read this story. Great, awesome, thank you guys. So this story is called Each Kindness. It's by Jacqueline Woodson and illustrated by E.B. Lewis. So one morning, as we settled into our seats, the classroom door opened and the principal came in. She had a girl with her, and she said to us, "This is Maya." Maya looked down at the floor. I think I heard her whisper, "Hello." We all stared at her. Her coat was open and her clothes beneath looked old and ragged. Her shoes were were spring shoes, not meant for the snow. A strap on one of them had broken. You guys know what it's like to be a new kid, right? Sometimes. I'm doing something new right now. Our teacher, Miss Albert, said, "Say good morning to our new student." But most of us were silent. The only empty seat was next to me. That's where our teacher put Maya. And on that first day, Maya turned to me and smiled, but I didn't smile back. I moved my chair, myself, and my books a little farther away from her. And when she looked my way, I turned to the window and stared at the snow. And every day after that, when Maya came into the classroom, I looked away and didn't smile back. The days grew warmer and warmer, and the pond thawed. Grass began growing where snow once had been. One day, Maya came to school wearing a pretty dress and fancy shoes, but the shoes and the dress looked like they belonged to another girl before Maya. I have a new name for her, Kendra whispered. Never knew. Everything she has comes from a secondhand store. We all laughed. Maya stood there by the fence. She was holding a jump rope, but did not come over to us to ask if we wanted to play. After a while, she folded it double, rolled the ends around each hand, and started jumping. She jumped around the whole schoolyard without stopping. She didn't even look up once. Just jump, jump, jump. The next day, Maya's seat was empty. In the class that morning, we were talking about kindness. Miss Albert had brought a big bowl into the class and filled it with water. We all gathered around her desk and watched her drop a small stone into it. Tiny waves rippled out away from the stone. This is what kindness does, said Miss Albert. Each little thing we do goes out like a ripple into the world. Then Miss Albert let us drop the stone in as we told her what kind things we had done. Joseph had held the door for his grandmother. Kendra helped change her baby brother's diaper. Even mean old Andrew had done something. I carried teacher's books, he said. And Miss Albert said it was true. I stood there holding Miss Albert's rock in my hand, silent. Even small things count, Miss Albert said gently. But I couldn't think of anything and passed the stone on. Maya didn't come to school the next day or the day after that. Each morning I walked to school slowly, hoping this would be the day Maya returned and she'd look at me and smile. I promised myself this would be the day I smiled back. Each kindness, Miss Albert had said, makes the whole world a little bit better. But Maya's seat remained empty, and one day Miss Albert announced to the class that Maya wouldn't be coming back. Her family had to move away, Miss Albert said. Then she told us to take out our notebooks, and it was time for spelling. That afternoon, I walked home alone, and when I reached the pond, my throat filled with all the things I wish I would have said to Maya. Each kindness I had never shown. I threw the stones into it over and over, watching the way the water rippled out and away, out and away. Like each kindness done and done, like every girl somewhere, holding a small gift out to somebody, and that somebody turning away from it. I watched the water ripple as the sun set through the maples, and the chance of kindness with Maya becoming more and more forever gone. The end. So, thank you, kids, for coming up here. And you can go back to your seats. Now, I'm a lover of experiments in science and the natural world, so I have a little demonstration to do. So I'll need two participants. So I'm hoping a child, okay, I saw your hand right there, yep, you, and I need an adult participant. Come on, don't everyone come at once. Okay, awesome, thank you, Bridget. So we're gonna do Miss Albert's experiment that she did in the book in the classroom. And so I have a water, and I'm gonna put a couple drops of food coloring in just so you can see it a little bit better. Okay? So we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. You guys see the water, right? Okay. Awesome. And so I forgot my spoon. Okay, everybody see it, right? Okay. And so now, my awesome participants, when I give you the cue, you're gonna pick, these aren't pebbles, so we'll have to be gently to place them in the water. just so we don't get a splash and who knows what would happen. But what you're going to do, you're going to pick a stone and you're going to look at it and you're going to think about how you can demonstrate that, what the stone says. You can either say it out loud or you can whisper it to me and I can demonstrate. So what is your name, sweetheart?
Olivia.
Olivia, nice to meet you. So would you pick a stone? Okay, and then Bridget. You pick a stone, please? Yep. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, so are you comfortable demonstrating that emotion?
Sadness.
Yep, so maybe cry face, pout. You know, I'm so sad right now. Okay, so you're going to go over here and gently place it into the, okay, so you see that ripple of sadness, right? Okay, awesome. Now, Bridget. I don't know, where am I? So place the pebble of confusion into the ripple. Okay, there's a ripple of confusion going out into the world. So I will pick one. Oh, I got happy. So happiness. So my happy ripple is going out into the universe, right? Okay, so thank you very much. You guys can have a seat. And so my point here is that there's going to be ripples that are going out no matter what. And so even if we're not aware of the ripples that we're sending out there, or even if we're totally aware and we're standing in our truth, and I'm angry right now, and it's okay to be angry, that ripple of anger is going out into the universe. Or else if I transform that and turn it into gratitude, I have gratitude, ripples of gratitude that go out there. So I just want you to keep this in mind. Tommy, I forgot my clicker, so can you put the first slide on, please? So in the book that we're reading, it's called The Endless Practice by Mark Nepo. He goes to say, and I'll quote it from the book, "Everything on earth moves by this inching between ease and pain. It's how we grow. And praising both, surrendering to both, accepting both, is the work of love." And so we have no control over what is happening. Life is peaks and valleys, ease and pain, ease and pain. And so as we become aware of the things that we can control, which are our thoughts and our emotions, we can channel our energy in a way that is transformative. And so just like these ripples that are going out into the world, we can't really help it sometimes. I mean, I lose my composure all the time, and it's just, I'm human. I don't really know any other way. And I understand that we're all doing the best we can. But when you feel those heavy emotions like sadness and anger, I encourage you to maybe just sit with it and inquire a little bit about where you feel it in your body. What are your memories are surrounding that emotion? And heal. I encourage you to heal. Do what is going to make you feel better in that moment with that emotion. And take time for yourself. I know life gets so crazy out there, and it's hard to reel it back in, but the more and more I feel like we can transform ourselves and heal ourselves, we can provide the space necessary for transformation to happen, person to person, city to city, state to state, country to country, in a globalness, global transformation of peace and love. And so I don't want you to forget that every little inch of love matters. So the next slide, please, Tommy. So Mark Nepo continues to say, letting go of what gets in the way of loving is a practice all in itself. So as we release, the power of month is release, and as we release the things that no longer serve us, as we release the things that we're holding on to, whether it's tension in the mind, tension in the body, we can transform, and it's in this practice of demonstrating and being in power, stepping in our power. I don't think there's any more slides yet. So I wanted to remind you guys that every little inch of love matters. And it's in love's presence that things can happen and be healed instantaneously. And so you never know the ripples that you could send out there, whether it's a smile, a gesture, opening the door, talking to a stranger, giving service, helping people out, sitting down with somebody, helping them read. Whatever you feel called to in your hearts, I encourage you to step out of your way and let Spirit lead you so that you are spreading kindness and love to not only your heart, but the hearts of those around you. And so let's just take a moment and let that sink in a little bit. So we are the ones that we've been waiting for. We are here right now showing up, taking time out of our day to come and support the spiritual community and be a part of the spiritual community in a way that we never thought we could do. I mean, maybe we could think it, but it took each and every one of you here to come here today to be a part of this for me. And I am humbly honored that you chose to come here this morning and support me. Being my first time up here on the stage, I was going through a lot of different stuff. But what really helped me is to know that it's going to be okay no matter what shows up right here, right now, in this moment. Thank you. Literally, right? Okay, so now is our time for our tithe, blessings, and love offerings. So who's, yes? Oh, I have the affirmation. I first have the Bible verse. Thank you. I needed you guys here. So Matthew 7:12, do for others what you want them to do for you. And today's affirmation is, I open to love's presence everywhere. Okay, so let's rub our hands together. We do this in the youth ministry. Place our hand over our heart, closing our eyes and saying this affirmation. I open to love's presence everywhere. One more time. I open to love's presence everywhere. You feel that? You feel that love? Okay, good. We're alive. So the children that are going to help, Thomas, you're going to help? Okay. And we have a special, Todrick's going to be providing the music for our love offering. So I'll get you a microphone here. Yep. Or do you want to use that one? Blesses and multiplies. Here, use that one. I have all that I give. He'll turn it down. He's right up there. Tommy's right up there. You, God, you are my source. Yep. Go ahead.
All right. I don't know where we're going with this love. I don't know where we're going I don't know where we're going with this love. I don't know where we're going with this love. I with this love. I with this love. Vibe, 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 vibe. With this love. Vibe, vibe. Almost done?
Thank you.
And let's also hold Natalie and our children's youth and family ministry in love and blessing because they are a true gift. Whatever you can give to the church, whether it is being an amazing blessing like Natalie and the children, or whether it's doing your own thing well for others, that is a blessing of gratitude. So, infinite spirit of love and grace, we bless these tithes and offerings. We bless everyone who is here today. We bless especially our wonderful youth and family ministry. They bring us life, and life is so, so important. We are so grateful for these gifts and for the gifts that each of you bring. And so it is, and so we allow it to be. Thank you, God. Amen.
Amen.
And now it's time for our
Children's blessing. So would all the children come up on stage, please? Awesome. So everybody can look at your shining, smiley faces. Come on, Frey. The blessing's right here. We bless our children wherever they are and see them surrounded by love and light throughout the week. We have a thriving, expanded youth and family ministry.